again, and we're down for the count with the two ride or die partners who may no longer be ride or die and who no longer possess loyalty. So we're going to give you some characteristics of loyalty at Diddy and Jay-Z.
That's right.
So when we talk about loyalty, we talk about trustworthiness. Loyalty is built on trust and dependability. Do you think that Jay and um, Diddy are still trust each other?
After what has happened with the raid, no, they're not. They're not now.
They're
They're
not.
not cool now.
And in public,
They look cool in public.
and private,
In private, they depended on each other to keep their secrets. Jay-Z and P. Diddy, which is Sean Combs and Sean Carter. That's their legal names.
okay. Another characteristic of loyalty is honesty. Loyalty involves being transparent and truthful in all interactions. Well, do you think that there's still loyalty each other in the aspect of being trustworthy and transparent?
No, they're not being loyal to each other. Around them, they were never loyal to the people below them because people that oppose Jay-Z and Diddy, they lost they were driven by drugs, um, allegedly been murdered,
Allegedly.
allegedly been murdered, and allegedly sexual assault.
And were they transparent to, like you say, other
They're
people
not transparent to other people. They were at all.
like Dame Dash?
Like Dame Dash. Look how they treated Cassidy. Look how they treated Damian Dash.
And they treated a lot of people in the industry uh, really.
They treated a lot of people, the up and comers, with disrespect.
All right. Now, coming to number three, loyalty with dependability. Loyalty means being reliable and consistent in behavior and commitment. Now, that's kind of tricky
That's a tricky one right there. I
because,
mean, Jay-Z and Diddy and R. Kelly were committed to each other to commit to their dirty secrets.
and that's not a way to run a
And
business.
and that's not another way to run a business or to win people over. They should have read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People.
And you think that would have helped them?
That would have helped them a little bit.
Okay, number four, support. In loyalty, loyalty entails being there for others in time of need and providing emotional and practical support.
Now you're gonna have to look at that one again because differently on that one because Jay-Z and before the raid that broke down, Jay-Z and Diddy used to go to the same parties and they used to morally support each other and used to collaborate with each other before the raid came in. The Department of Homeland Security raided in.
And so, with 50 Cent trolling and keeping everybody,
He's giving warnings
yeah.
instead of trolling. I don't look at 50 Cent doing his trolling. I look at it as a warning.
And he's done an exceptional job.
He has kept his integrity.
And he's kept the consistency. And he's basically saying that, I put out something today. I've been saying this for years. And the bottom line is, hey, you're not picking up the phone. You're not calling.
You're not calling me
That's
because you're
that's
not calling
supposed to be
me.
your ride or die partner.
That is
Did you get your phone disconnected? Did you not pay your phone
Bill
bill?
or something.
What's going on?
What's going on here? What's going on is I'm distancing myself from you because I don't want your stench coming into my brand. That's what it really is coming down to.
And where did he do somebody else like that
He
too?
did R. Kelly like that because every Jay-Z, which is aka Sean Carter, was the one that also did R. Kelly like that. And he knew of R. Kelly's crimes because he was participating in the crimes with R. Kelly, alleged crimes with R. Kelly and P. Diddy. The only difference is that Jay-Z likes to keep it in the dark. And Diddy was just sloppy. It's just Diddy stuff was out there when he likes to party. Whereas Jay-Z, he kept his stuff in the low. He's
Okay.
very patient. It's like, listen to Jaguar Wright when he said about Sean Carter.
So did we hit commitment? Commitment and loyalty involves sticking by someone or something even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It's been very
It's been inconvenient with the raid. It's been inconvenient for P. Diddy. And it's about to be inconvenient, not just for Jay-Z. It's going to be inconvenient for a lot of elites in the
okay.
music industry, the heads of the music industry.
So he haven't stuck to the commitment. He's not around.
He's not around. And you don't do that to people like Diddy because Diddy's parties were really like a blackmail where he could use later on down the
Allegedly.
road, allegedly.
Allegedly. We don't know that for sure. Only what we've heard on the news and what's been broadcasted. Okay, number 6. In loyalty, we have respect. Respect includes showing respect for consideration and feelings for others' boundaries. Did he violate people's boundaries?
They violated people's boundaries below them a long time ago. There was no boundaries, okay? And if you did have boundaries, you were blacklisted from the music industry, and that's just on the lucky on the low end. You were drugged up and you were allegedly murdered. Allegedly.
Okay. We're going to number 7, integrity. True loyalty requires acting with integrity and ethical behavior in all situations, not just when the cameras are turned on you and the public see you. In private, you have to still act with integrity.
Yeah, you have to still act with integrity at all times, which they did not.
Okay, and Cat Williams was one that
Now
was,
that Cat Williams was the one that really set the lights when he said all lies will be exposed in 2024.
and he was really big upon integrity.
He was very big upon integrity and protecting himself and reputation.
Okay, number 8. For loyalty, we have devotion. Devotions includes a strong sense of dedication and devotion to those to whom are loyal. So, are they devoted to each other right now?
They're not devoted to each other right now. They were loyal a long time ago when the times were good. When in the 80s and the 90s when it was more acceptable. Just because it was acceptable means it's wrong. It was wrong even then before social media. But now with social media, it's just correcting the things that it should have been done a long time ago in the 90s.
Now, you can't tell that story to Damien Dash, and you can't tell that story to Mace.
You can't tell it to Mace, and you sure can't tell it to Aaliyah as well.
Well, rest in peace,
Rest,
Aaliyah.
rest in peace, Aaliyah.
Okay, because I don't think they provided a sense of loyalty to their crew and to Bad Boys Entertainment for the simple fact that they were up and rising, coming up, and like we had compared and contrasted in other countries, they made other people rich, other people billionaires. Who did they make rich? Can you name one person that they put on the map?
I'm gonna have to be looking at it all day because they have not made anybody rich, but themselves rich. And the worst part about it is they would steal their rights,
Ah,
their publishing rights. They would steal not only steal their publishing rights and their music rights and catalogs, they would pay them nothing.
okay. And a lot of that happened with Prince and
A lot
uh,
happened with Prince
Michael
and
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Just a lot of people in the industry.
A lot of people in the music industry, the people that run the music industry. It's not the industry per se, it's the people that run the music industry.
Okay. Also, a characteristic of loyalty is selflessness. Not selfishness, but selflessness. Loyalty involves putting others' needs and well being above one's own. So it means that who comes first? Is it me or is it you? So selflessness,
Selfishness is the other people they think of community and the employers that's down that work below you. That's the one they put first. That's the selflessness way of
right.
putting other people first before you. That is like the blue zones like Costa Rica, Denmark, and Singapore.
But they're all based on
They're
community.
based on community. We don't have it here. We don't have it here. We have a system that allow for that to happen in the first place, to allow for the rise of the Jay-Z's and the P. Diddy's to begin with. It would have not have happened in those countries at all because in Denmark it would be frowned upon to have ambition.
All right. And number 10, we're going with consistency in loyalty. Loyalty means staying true to one's commitments and acting in a reliable and consistent manner over time. Well, their time just
That
about ran out, and so they've been consistent in what they were
they
doing.
were they were consistent in what they were doing, which was hiding, which was stealing other people's masters, which was ousting other people with integrity, assaulting people, allegedly assaulting and sexually assaulting people.
All right. So there was 10 characteristics in loyalty, but let's give some golden nuggets. What golden nugget would you give today?
And golden nuggets, and the next golden nuggets, there are 6 countries that even punishes you and puts you to death if you're accused and convicted of sexual assault in of sexual assault. India will hang you. China, North Korea, Egypt, Bangladesh. There are a lot of countries that will punish P. Diddy and Sean Carter would be convicted and put to death in those countries for sexual assault.
Well, I hope that the next time P. Diddy get on his jet, he don't land in one of those countries, because like they said, he wouldn't last very long. Longevity be up. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking on him right now.
And the clock is ticking right there. It's the wheels of justice in America is a lot slower than these other countries. And those other countries, if you are even accused of sexual assault, especially with young minors, you will be put to death. Or there will even be street justice in that community as well, because they don't play that.
Okay, and before we get up out of here, one that we didn't mention, but although we've given 10 characteristics of longevity, of loyalty, is confidentiality. Who's being confident? Where's the confidentiality now? That's keeping confidence and not betraying the trust in others. So basically,
He don't have nobody. P. Diddy don't have nobody for confidentiality. They were out to gun him because the way he treated people. What? And the moral of the story is to watch who you treat in life, because on your way up. Because if you get into trouble like this, like the Sean Carters and the Sean Combs, what's going to happen is the people down that's going to come after you. You're going to be crashing all the way down, and nobody's going to be defending you.
everybody want to ride with you when you're up.
Everybody want to ride with you when you're up, but when you're down, and when the chips are down, and how you treat people, that's when all the trouble is going to begin.
What did O'Shea say? He said, I wouldn't be telling.
I wouldn't be telling.
Because why? Because it's a lot of people that.
And this is like a Jeffrey Epstein situation, because P. Diddy knows a lot of secrets that could bring down not just himself in the music, he could bring down the whole music industry, just like what Jeffrey Epstein did.
But the most, and when you said Jeffrey Epstein, we'll get up out of here to say that Jeffrey Epstein lost his life.
He lost his
We
life.
don't want to see anything happen to P. Diddy. I'm not defending him.
I'm not defending him. I'm
And
not defending Shark. I'm not defending it at all, because I don't defend scumbags at all.
and and even with Suge Knight did take the opportunity on his podcast to say that, Diddy, you are in trouble, and Diddy, you need to bring it on in, and it's putting your kids in danger too. So
And the worst part about it is his kids. The things that you do as a father could come back on your kids, and that is the worst part. You have to think about it as a father. You can't be thinking about yourself when you have these kids. So before we go, subscribe so I can grow. Subscribe so integrity can grow.
and the truth.
And the truth can grow.
All right, because we've had enough of
We
misinformation.
have enough lies. I'm not even going to say the word misinformation. That's not even an honor to say that. It's a bunch of lies.
All righty. So on that note, we're out of here.
We are out.